Hello and welcome to In Simple Terms with Satish. Take a credit card or ID card with a shiny hologram on it. Tilt it. The image changes. A number appears, disappears, shifts color, or seems to move. At first, it feels like a tiny video is hidden inside the sticker, but there is no tiny screen there. The surface is steering light. Today, let's understand how holograms work and why true holography is much more interesting than a floating picture. We use the word hologram for concerts, phone tricks, stickers, and science fiction displays. Many are projections or reflections. A true hologram is stranger. A normal photo records how bright each point looked from one camera position. A hologram records information needed to rebuild how light was traveling. That is the key difference. Light from a real object carries brightness, direction, and phase, the timing inside the wave. Together, that forms a wavefront, a shaped sheet of light reaching your eyes. Your brain uses angle, focus, parallax, and perspective to sense depth. A hologram tries to store that wavefront. Classic holography starts with coherent light, usually a laser. Coherent means the light waves keep a predictable relationship with each other. The laser is split into two beams. One beam hits the object and scatters shape information toward the recording plate. This is the object beam. The other beam goes straight to the recording plate. This is the reference beam. When the object beam and reference beam meet, their waves interfere. Some parts reinforce each other, some parts cancel. The recording material stores that tiny interference pattern. Here is the surprise. The pattern does not look like the object. It may look like random scratches, rings, or shimmer, but it is not a picture. It is an optical instruction. Later, when the right light hits that pattern, the pattern diffracts the light. Diffraction means the pattern bends and spreads light in specific directions. The stored pattern rebuilds a version of the original wavefront. Your eye receives light almost as if it came from the original object. So when you move your head, the view can shift. One side appears, then another. That is why a real hologram can feel three-dimensional without glasses. Now go back to that security hologram on a card. Tilt it and the image changes. The surface contains microscopic structures that send different light toward your eye at different angles. Now compare that with many stage holograms. A singer appearing on stage may be a projection reflected by angled glass or film, often related to Pepper's Ghost. It can be impressive, but it usually is not storing and reconstructing a light wavefront. It is more like a controlled reflection. Modern holographic displays go further. Instead of recording a real object on film, computers calculate the wave pattern a fake 3D object should produce. Then a device, such as a spatial light modulator, changes laser light pixel by pixel. In simple terms, the computer is not just drawing the object, it draws the light field the object would have created. That is powerful but hard. The system must calculate wave behavior fast. The display needs extremely fine control. Laser light can create speckle which looks like grainy shimmer. Color is difficult because red, green, and blue light have different wavelengths. Near-eye displays must also balance field of view, eye box, brightness, focus cues, and comfort. This is why true holographic video is still difficult. The word hologram is easy. Rebuilding light is hard. The useful mental model is this. A photograph stores an appearance. A hologram stores instructions for recreating a wavefront. A fake stage hologram tricks your viewpoint. A true hologram tricks the light itself. So your eye receives depth cues that feel more natural. The engineering lesson is bigger than holograms. Sometimes the interface we see is not the system. A shiny sticker, a floating stage image, or a future AR display may hide optics, wave physics, computation, materials, calibration, and human perception. In simple terms, holograms work because light can be encoded as an interference pattern and later reconstructed by diffraction. The magic is not a floating ghost. The magic is that a flat pattern can tell light how to behave as if a 3D object was still there. If this helped you understand the topic in simple terms, follow or subscribe to In Simple Terms with Satish and share this episode with one friend who likes technology. I will see you in the next episode.